This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Paton.
I literally locked myself in my room all day
there was literally,
and didn't move.
There was 750,000 people were in Liverpool for
Oh
it,
my God.
which is more than the actual population of the city.
When you say for a parade, what goes on?
Well, they're just parading the trophy round on a bus.
Oh,
So
I
it's-
don't like the idea of this megabus going about with.
It's not an Arriva. Yeah, it's like an open top bus. All the team are there. They've got
like the players are there?
Yeah, and they've got the trophy, and they're like it's a parade. They're showing the trophy, and people go to see.
Do you think
It was amazing scenes.
Do you think when Farage turned up on his bus, he thought it'd be the same turnout to the 50 ramblers?
I thought we agreed not to talk about the event anyway.
Yeah,
We
I
are
know.
going to talk about the event.
Ramped into it quite
That
quickly.
Liverpool won the Champions League.
Oh, I thought the event was Brexit.
I wish it was.
That's how little I follow football.
Yeah,
I prefer talking about
that is
Brexit.
insane that you weren't aware of this.
Yeah,
this
genuinely
happening.
no idea. I only knew Liverpool had won because a listener, Christy Holden, who second time she's been mentioned on the show actually, she messaged me and said she can't wait to hear the story from you about your all-nighter with your dad. So you won.
We did.
Yes. Did you get into the ground? Because I know you didn't have a ticket.
I didn't get into
Oh,
the ground.
no.
Yeah, so yeah. UEFA spoiling football, but no.
Such a shame.
So where did you watch it?
In a bar well, the first place that we watched it in Madrid.
Welcome to the show, everybody. You know, we are back after 3 weeks.
Yeah, we are. We have returned.
We have returned.
from our hiatus.
Oh yes. So tell me, Ryan, you're in a bar.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was quite hard to find a bar that was showing the game because
Right.
there was so many people there, and the bars in Madrid are quite small,
Okay.
so they were closing.
I mean, I assume they were all showing it.
Oh, they were all showing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So
But
that
they
wasn't the
were
issue.
quite. Yeah, it was just that it got bars reached a certain capacity, and he was just weren't allowing people in anymore.
Okay.
So me and my dad were like trying to find.
Health and safety gone mad. Eh?
We were trying to find a venue that was showing it,
Okay.
and we were going to this area that we'd been
Are
to.
there like touts that loiter outside the match selling tickets? Is that a thing?
Well,
There was touts last night loitering outside Aintree Racecourse to sell tickets for UB40.
Oh really?
Yeah, I didn't want to say, but I could have got free tickets for UB40 through a show film first.
Oh god, you're not supposed to mention show film first.
You also could have told me before I paid £50.
I know. Well,
You paid £50 for a UB40.
It was a racist
That's how much he
ticket.
loves red wine.
I never even listened to them in the end either.
Didn't you?
No, I went to a wedding instead.
So I used to live right next to Aintree Racecourse.
I was going to say it's next to UB40. Yeah, I was like, how have I never known this? Like UB40 were formerly your neighbours.
They're so loud as all those house parties they'd have. I was constantly phoning the police on UB40. And they often have like singers on. So if you stood on our toilet and like popped your head out the window, you could see them rehearsing on the stage during the day.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was, I think Amy Winehouse's one. This dates the story a bit.
Oh, but yeah, that's a good person to see. Though I thought you were going to say someone like.
I didn't like Amy Winehouse.
Well, Tony Hadley was also there. Another mention of
prefer
Hadley.
Prefer Hadley to Winehouse.
And Michael Jackson was also supposed to be on, but you know.
Ain't he Racecourse?
Was he?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the.
Michael Jackson.
I
No.
think you're
Have I got this
mistaken
wrong?
there.
Michael Jackson
Yeah.
has done Aintree Racecourse in the past,
Oh.
but I don't think it was part of the This Is It tour.
This is it tour.
No.
What? Michael Jackson
Yeah,
did
yeah.
80 races?
Yeah, like
Was he on a
years
race
ago.
day and then went to see Michael Jackson in the night?
No, I think he
it's
just
like it's a big enough venue.
yeah.
It's not like
I
it's
thought
not
it
like
was
the Grand National have booked Michael Jackson.
the Thursday races featuring Michael Jackson.
First of all, red rum parades around, and Jackson comes out. Anyway, so are the touts?
There are, but with
Are they selling legitimate tickets? Is what I
well,
wanna know.
that was the scaremongering. Think of like, be wary of fake tickets.
Fake tickets.
So because the tickets for that game was so like
The gold dust.
The gold dust, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they gave like a terrible allocation to the actual fan base.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
then when tickets...
we'll move her along. So you never got a ticket.
I'm just getting on using this as a platform to criticise UEFA.
Yeah, that's the second time you've criticised. I was like, I'm just going to keep not be the whole show.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep returning to it. God,
they've stopped caring about the fans. We get it.
Yeah, so the bars.
Yeah.
We were trying to find the bar. We were on a mission to find the bar that was showing the game. And we spotted a gathering of Liverpool fans outside in a very like...
a gaggle. I'm sure that's the collective.
Is that the collective term?
I mean, I don't think that's what Paul would call them. But
I can think of many things to describe them. It would not be a gaggle.
Moving on.
Would you say flamboyance, Paul? Like the flamingos?
I think it's mad that flamingo, they call the flamboyant.
That's the most appropriate one though, isn't it, really?
For the Liverpool fans?
No, I'm saying like the collective nouns in general.
No, that's true,
Just being like... Flamboyance is the best way to describe Liverpool fans. So we were on a mission to find a bar.
Yeah.
We were scouring because everywhere was closed.
Were you in a harumph at this point that you didn't get a ticket?
I'd moved past it a bit.
Okay.
Slightly.
There was a lot of harumph.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, as you'll see throughout the show, there's much harumph. But we were trying to find the bar.
Yeah.
No room at the inn.
What was you doing? Compared to baby
I'm
Jesus?
now comparing my mission to find the Liverpool game to the nativity story. But there was like this exclusive square in Madrid. With
Okay.
like one of their main buildings. I forget the name.
I mean, I
of it
don't
now.
think it's that exclusive if you and your dad wandered in.
On a donkey.
We are the flamboyance. And there was a flamboyance Liverpool fans outside this bar.
Have you just embraced that as a norm?
I am now. I'm committing to the flamboyance term.
That came so naturally there.
So there was a flamboyance Liverpool fans out in this exclusive area of Madrid,
Which allowed everybody in a Liverpool shirt
there
to
was a
come in.
flamboyance Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
So we thought,
Do people wear like
Yes, Liverpool always.
really like wear the kit?
Yeah.
no, don't
Do they
say
have
that.
like
Don't.
Stevie G on the back?
Yeah, they do.
But does he still play? Is he?
No, oh God, no.
No. He was not on the bus.
Think of how old he'd have to be now if he's still playing.
I don't know how old he is.
I know, yeah.
He's like 43, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he?
But I don't know.
I saw him in size once at a trainer shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was with two other people who both wanted a photo. And I was like, oh, I'll take it for you. So I took one and they moved. Took another, they moved. And then I just walked away. He looked a little bit hurt. I didn't want a photo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been because
He was hurt.
His life is just dominated by people asking for photos. And we get
Well, no, I
quite
feel
tiresome.
like it was tiresome, but then it was as if he'd been rebuffed. You know, I'd rejected Steven Gerrard.
I think you were projecting your own thoughts onto Steven Gerrard there because you'd love everyone to be taking pictures with you. You would never get tired of the photo opportunity.
I offer it to randomers. They've got no idea what's going on.
But you need to make sure there's not much headspace over me. You've got to get the framing right. We'll take 25 or so pictures. We'll nail it eventually.
Oh, you're talking from experience of taking photos of me
that
there.
picture you got me to take a view for your Instagram in Covent Garden.
Yeah, it's a great photo.
Do you know what? I admire my handiwork, but
I've never known a non-cameraman to big himself up so much as a cameraman. Like, you work in an office?
No, he says he admires his handiwork. It was after me shouting at him many times he was getting it wrong.
We were in a bustling Covent Garden. And I was trying to take a picture of Steve for about half an hour. And he kept on going, less headspace.
Yeah, because you were having too much room above the head. It's not good framing.
In the end, we did get the shot.
We did.
Was it on the Hawaii or was it on the...
Oh, no.
It
It was on Steve's fancy Canon camera.
It is a Canon. Anyway, take us on a trip back to Milan.
Oh, sorry.
To where? Madrid.
Have I painted such a poor picture here?
We're still in the square. Anyway,
Yeah.
So, I mean, like
Exclusive area in Madrid. Flamboyant Liverpool fans.
Yes.
We noticed them, so we dart out thinking they must be showing the game.
Yeah.
as we approach, we realise there's like a gated area behind where like the venue is. And it's actually, this like a 5-star hotel that is just showing the game on like a telly outside.
Oh, just they plonked out a TV.
Yeah. So there was like, but it was like quite an exclusive restaurant,
right?
And you could see like there was all like, you know, like very wealthy Madrid people there, like all quite like celebrities.
Yeah,
and they're going.
Did you try and blend in like a local? You and your dad.
Hola. And yeah, but you could see it, and it was quite it was an entrance fee to get into this place, and it was quite pricey.
Yeah.
So what loads of people had done was they just stood outside.
Was it like one of those dodgy nightclubs where attractive women can get in for free?
But anyone who, the attractive lady who get in.
For anyone who isn't interested in football or Liverpool, this story will end at some point, hopefully. We're not going to spend the whole hour podcast.
That's true. I think what works about this, though, because I know nothing about football, I'm the listener in this case. If it gets a bit too inside, I'll reel it back in.
So, the exclusive bar.
Yeah. In the exclusive square.
Yeah.
The exclusive square.
Next to the exclusive restaurant.
I need to find another word that's not exclusive. I'm going to Google synonyms for exclusive and retell this story.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, so they're showing the game on this screen.
Yeah.
So Liverpool fans are just gathered around this like
so is
five-star.
it outside the hotel, or what concerns me, Paul, is that there's a TV inside and they're all peering through the window
on the ground from someone's room.
Yeah, just press against the glass,
like The Walking Dead trying to get in.
Next thing someone stepped out the shower and was like,
don't mind me.
Oh yeah, maybe it was someone who waited for you all to come. He held his TV against the window.
Yeah, and so it was just like this 5-star hotel showing it like an outdoor terrace.
Yeah,
and people were just going to shops and buying like cans of beer.
Oh,
and then we're just standing outside.
Oh god!
So I was like standing like right in front of like the concierge, and she obviously
no.
had to look like looking out of the restaurant.
Yeah,
to like greet people in.
Yeah, of course.
And like so, I was like watching the game, but she was on like my peripheral vision.
Oh no!
So we moved on from that place after the first half.
Oh.
Then we found a good bar. We watched
okay.
and it was great.
Oh, I guess
Liverpool won the Champions League.
The atmosphere you're going for.
Yeah, it was, and then in the city, the atmosphere in the city was quite
okay. And then that night, so you didn't arrange a hotel.
No
Listeners emailed with accommodation, Paul.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to attack the listeners, but I was quite disappointed. I was so optimistic that they would sort me out with accommodation in Madrid.
Yeah, loads of them did email. I just logged on and deleted all the messages before you read them.
So you won, and then what did you do? Did you do the all-nighter?
Well, the hotel that we stayed at on the Thursday.
Or did you get lucky? Did you pull?
Unfortunately not.
No.
Yeah, the hotel we stayed at on the Thursday and the Friday.
Yeah.
It had a big lobby area.
Oh no! You didn't go squatting in the lobby, did you?
It had a particularly big lobby area.
Oh,
I want to paint the picture again. It had an exclusive lobby area with many a couch.
Oh dear!
Yeah. So me and my dad thought we can probably go here.
You crashed on the leatherette.
We crashed on the leatherette.
Oh no!
But a lot of other people had the same idea. There was not a spare couch in the place.
Oh,
to bring it back to the nativity, no room at the inn.
Oh, you weren't like huddling, were you?
We were top and tail on the couch. No, it was
eating
fancy
cans
stuff.
of beans. Like...
Yeah, it was fancy stuff. We had a couch each. But there was so we got back there at about like 4:30.
Okay.
And we just like slept there for a bit.
Oh.
And then I don't think like the guy who worked there was that bothered. But at like 6 in the morning,
I feel like you had safety in numbers, though. He's not going to shoe you all.
Yeah,
is he?
But he made a hilarious attempt at like about 6:30.
Oh, ushering you away.
I kind of woke up. And I could see like this guy like kind of standing over me.
Oh no!
And he just went like,
I hope it wasn't a filthy creep. Did he work there?
No, he worked there.
Was he in the nude? And opportunist creep.
And he just like half-assed went like up.
Oh,
and
dear.
I kind of like looked at him and then kind of like turned away a little bit. And then he kind of looked around and then just shrugged his shoulders and then just walked back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was a few times then, but I think he knew that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to try again.
Yeah, it was just an empty gesture, really.
So doing that saved me about 900 quid.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I think we make a habit of it. Just taking lobbies.
Yeah. Are you going to do that instead of...
like 500, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So it wasn't expensive.
Tease on you tonight. Didn't we pay for your last one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I was hoping you forgot about that.
Oh, Paul took copious notes about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's still written on his hand. I have also just got back from a trip away.
Oh.
As always.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this was not a work trip, this one, though. So, very nice not to be hauling props around the world. But it was around Asia, the trip.
Okay.
Very hot in Asia, it seems. And let me tell you this. I am like camembert to the mosquito. They cannot get enough of Stephen. The mosquito. Something which I found out on the first day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, scratching a mosquito bite is lovely.
Oh.
Yeah. It feels so good. But just like, I became so inflamed.
It's like hay fever when you get an itchy eye because it's grass pollen season.
Oh, dear.
As I am suffering.
Yeah.
Now. But the itch of the eye is so satisfying.
Oh, really?
But the moment that you take the hand away from the eye, you realise how drastic.
Are you red raw?
Oh no! But it feels so good. Is the mosquito bite a similar feeling?
It's exactly that. But you can't help yourself, you know.
Yeah. Have I made up that they say mosquitoes are attracted to like sweet blood? I completely made that up.
I've never heard it, to be honest.
Is that like an old?
It would
wives'
make
tale?
sense though, because
Yeah.
I was very decadent on the trip.
Yeah, the amount of pastries that you've had. It tastes like a cronut. Honestly, have some of his blood.
I wonder if that's true. You should Google this, Paul. This is like
Yeah, this is back to the roll.
the initial role. Hungover Paul is less enthusiastic about Googling though, isn't he?
I'm enthusiastic about this whole thing.
Can we just go for the curry now?
I'm 3.
Okay, he's frantically typing away. It could just be a text though. I mean, who knows? Was it? He's replying to Hannah.
I was actually.
Oh.
What am I googling? What am I searching? Oh,
Are mosquitoes attracted to sweet blood?
2. The fact that there's no. Oh God, there is a suggested search. Although studies have suggested that mosquitoes are more attracted to individuals with type O blood, the results are far from conclusive. The trend.
I shall make them conclusive, Paul.
The trend isn't likely to be consistent for all mosquito species. No, I think it's like an old wives' tale.
Okay.
I think it's a myth.
Well, anyway, they loved me. Yeah. So
I imagine you like the attention.
I was getting photos of them all.
Less headspace, mosquito.
But one thing did happen. So we were in Singapore as part of the trip, and we were in a hotel. Like 4 a.m., the fire alarm went, which is never a great sign. It's never good. But this fire alarm had a voice accompanying it. So suddenly there's a sirens going, and then a voice said, "A fire has been reported in the building. Please remain in your rooms while we investigate the issue."
Oh God, what terrible advice that is.
Well, it was like, you know, when you're a bit all over the place because it's so early, you've been woken up. A few seconds went by, the voice came back on again, said the same thing, and I suddenly thought, is that me? Now, about 5 years ago, I recorded a voiceover for a fire alarm company.
No!
Yeah. It was actually my voice.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Isn't that unbelievable? So I did this for essentially nothing, this voiceover. It's made it all the way to
I would be asking for some sort of royalties.
I wish I could, but it made the situation even more annoying that it was me giving me the advice.
It would have been good though if you actually had to evacuate the building, and then as there was like a gathering of people outside, you announced to them, go back inside the building. That voice is familiar.
But yeah, what a bizarre coincidence.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. At breakfast the next morning, I did speak very loudly to everybody.
Everyone started panicking, thinking the fire was back.
With fire alarms.
Yeah.
I think because I've been like part of so many like test fire drills.
Like, why have you been part of so many?
There's one in my office block every Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And do you have to evacuate, or?
Oh, no, we don't always have to evacuate. It just goes off to check that it's working.
Oh,
but, like,
okay.
I think I'm now desensitized to fire alarms. That, like, so I feel like when you hear a fire alarm, you should be, like, immediately, like, startled. I need to dash out.
Yeah.
Whereas I assume that it's fine and it's not really anything's happening.
Yeah. That it's a test or a fault. Yeah.
Well, as I know from my recording, you don't dash, you walk in an orderly manner. Stay calm and collected, everybody.
Oh, that would be... I don't know how weird it would have been, like, if I was in the hotel.
Yeah.
Like, without you there.
Oh.
And I would be like, oh, that voice is familiar. I can pinpoint that voice. I'm sure I hear that voice often.
I don't think you would have trusted it. I'm going to stay in the sheets.
Unreliable.
Check me phone to make sure you're not on, like, loudspeaker or something. Like, what is going on?
I'm just in the corner.
In the suitcase.
We also went to Hong Kong and had a food tour, which if you're in a foreign country, going on a food tour is actually a really great thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
But about halfway round, we were really quite full. So to break it up, we went to a temple, and our guide was... Even though neither of us were religious, our guide was like talking us through, the whole thing was quite nice. So one of the things you do, and I might have been a bit like outwardly, I'm an atheist, and not really, I might have been a bit too forceful with that.
A mouthy atheist.
Yeah. Yeah.
The t-shirt saying God's alive. Give it away a little bit.
So I probably was a bit too forward there. But nevertheless, I did go along with it. And one of the things you do is they give you like a tumbler full of these sticks. Mm-hmm. And you shake the sticks, one falls out, and there's a number on it, and that corresponds to fortune, which they give you. So anyway, I shook away, and about a dozen of the sticks came out. It was really useless. Yeah. So she went, oh, it's fine, just do it again. Shook away, maybe 20 sticks came out this time.
I'm concerned by the shaking motion that you the hand placement is terrible whilst you're doing the shaking motion.
Thank God it isn't filmed. Anyway, eventually, one stick falls out. Mm-hmm. And it's like number 34 or whatever.
Like the bingo.
It is like the bingo, yeah. Which you love, Paul. So you would have been all over this. So she goes over and gets my fortune. It's in Chinese. She reads it and then very slowly folds it up, puts it in her pocket and goes, you don't always have to listen to these fortunes. She refused to tell me what it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like death or...
who knows? I thought, this is the reason I'm not religious. Maybe my fortune knew.
Thank God I don't believe in this. Even though you're very staunchly like a disbeliever.
Yeah.
I bet you still panicked.
I was concerned. Yeah. I tried to pickpocket the lady.
Went home and prayed.
Yeah. But I was like, to who?
I think you actually uploaded a picture in that temple, didn't you, on Instagram?
Oh, I did actually. You know what? It's so funny that you're now aware of my Instagram content.
Yeah, because you're telling me the tales of your travels, and I've followed them on Instagram. And it's like the first time ever because it's my first access to an Instagram profile.
You have to start putting posts up, just skitting them now.
Yeah, so I now can stay up to date with you and Paul. I regularly check in on those two profiles.
But you're kind of doing it incognito because it's via the page.
Yeah, it's a bit like a lurker, isn't it? It's a bit weird. I always feel like a weird stalker doing it.
Yeah, like you're hiding in the shrubbery of the online world.
Yeah, like I felt a bit embarrassed to admit it to you that, was that one of the pictures you post on Instagram? Yeah, you were kind of like looking off into the distance on
I was looking into the distance.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there was nothing there for me to see.
How many takes did it take as well?
That was my question.
Many takes. There's lots of like, okay, take the photo. Okay, do that again. But
Too much headspace.
Lots of headspace. Yeah, and then no, someone's fortune is covering my ear. You've got to do that again. Yeah, lots of that. I also, now I think of it, the length of time I took taking photos of myself in the temple is another reason why my fortune was probably so bad.
We need to concern him. We don't like him. He's clearly an arsehole.
He is not here for the religious accoutrement. Purely for the gram.
One of the pictures I did notice was the elephant picture.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which you have been preparing for that one. You had that one in the bank for months, didn't you?
Embarrassingly so,
Yeah,
actually.
you'd been on an alcohol ban because you knew you were going to take a shirtless photo with an elephant.
A shirtless photo stroking a trunk.
Yeah. Reporters Instagram page. That's the podcast reporters.
Yeah, you've kind of given away my narcissism there, Ryan.
Yeah.
I say that, I'm sure the listener was very much aware. But yeah, for quite some time, knowing we were going to go on this elephant to the sanctuary, I was like, I want a great shirtless photo. I'm watching the diet, fellas.
There was no love handles on the photo. There can't be love handles.
Yeah, now that the photo's been taken, I've embraced the idea of a curry after this.
A curry and a few pints.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, it's very true that though. That was like the first thing we did on the trip as well. So after that
was the first thing. Got off the plane to the elephant sanctuary.
To the sanctuary.
You remove your shirt. I've spent months on this.
Got back on the plane and come home.
I've been rationing my cannolis for this.
I've just been sniffing them for the past few months. I've been eating them via you. Describe the taste, Ryan.
It's an exclusive bar. An exclusive cannoli. Not for this section of the show to turn into a scrutiny of your Instagram page.
Oh god, you're not gonna heckle my Instagram page, are you?
I am. Another picture caught my eye.
Oh.
We've discussed this, me and Ryan.
me and Paul.
Last week.
Me and Paul discussed it off air.
Without my knowledge.
Without your knowledge.
Okay.
There was a particular photo.
Oh no. Go on, hit me with it.
In a red vest.
Oh yeah.
So not only was it a vest, it was red.
The red part I can get on board with. It's the vest. It's the lack of the sleeves concerns me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I can't really defend this because I too am not a fan of the vest. But it was so humid, fellas, that I was.
The sleeves doesn't add to the humidity.
Go topless would have been better than wearing a vest.
No, because that was a few days later, and I'd gone hard at that point. I'd got my shirtless elephant photo. That's all I needed. But I was in front of James Bond Island.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I thought, again looking into the distance.
Yeah, it was looking into the distance.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the caption of where it was. I was so
taken aback.
by the vest.
You were aghast by the vest.
There's no sleeves on this photo. Where are the sleeves?
Yeah, I mean now I'm back in like a very grey England. Oh, those sleeves are going to be warm.
Oh, sleeves are a must.
A must. You've got long sleeve today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The more sleeve, the better.
It was like dangling down to the knee.
I'd wear purely sleeves if I could. Everything's made of sleeves. I
can't really give this away because it's part of a trick, but I had some sleeves taken off a shirt recently.
Okay. Like a 3/4 length shirt.
But the audience don't know that. Yeah. So I'm actually wearing short sleeves on stage, but you don't know as an audience.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got it done, and then like a few days later, I was doing my show. And during the show, I reached into my inside pocket and felt like a bulge.
Oh, God.
I was like, this is weird. What's going on here?
Just grew boobs.
I mean, absolutely not, Paul. I was still on my regime at the time.
There was an elephant photo that needed taken.
So I got off stage and checked. The tailor had put the cut-off sleeves into my breast pocket.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I going to do with them now? So
give them to me.
If you want them, right?
Send in your sleeves.
Yeah, dodging death. P.O. Box. Send all your sleeves for us. So from this point on, you can now like my page again because it shall be exclusively with sleeves.
Well, I shall be checking in. And
I'm sure
I'll be
you'll mention it on the air. I can only imagine your bad mouthing though.
Oh, we sneered. Me and Paul.
Did.
Yeah.
We disapproved.
Yeah.
I should say, actually, final thing on the trip. So in Thailand was where the sanctuary was, and it was quite the area. There was lots of massage parlors.
Oh,
you know,
seedy massage parlors.
very seedy massage parlors.
That's the one thing that puts me off Thailand.
Is it the parlors?
Not the parlors, more the seedy underbelly.
Oh, it definitely was a seedy undercurrent to it.
Did you embrace the seediness, or?
Well, so we're walking down the road, and outside each of these massage parlors, like every 10 yards, there's some women trying to beckon us in. And each time we wanted to go, listen, girls, what you're offering is really not for us.
You're barking up the wrong tree. That's the phrase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Immediately doubting myself there. I just invented a mad saying.
But yeah, there's lots of like middle-aged balding men there. A bit creepy. But
You've just described Ryan's dad.
Yeah. I don't think I saw him there. But
I hope he's not listening. I'll hurt his feelings now.
I mean, he's fully bald.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That was the creepiness.
Oh, I realised that would be the issue.
Robbie would not be offended.
My dad's not creepy.
Yeah. I realised that was the offensive part of the sentence.
You were so focused in on the ball thing.
Robbie will go and ring up and try and get a hair transplant.
Yeah.
Just purely
Dr.
based
Correa,
on
I'll
it.
put him on too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Actually, on your trip, was it Beaver?
Yeah, beaver was the cuisine that I was eager to try in Lithuania.
Oh, God, I don't want to say it, but were you an eager beaver?
There's many beaver gags to be made, isn't there? It's one of those words that's got a lot of comedic value.
No, it does. Ryan's eating beaver.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the classic one.
Classic.
That's our Clary gag of the week there. Kenneth Williams come in. No, on my trip to Vilnius on the way to Madrid.
Yeah. How long did you have there?
I was there for 4 days.
Okay. So a decent amount of time.
Yeah, a lot
That was
time.
planned before the...
Yeah, it was. So
The event.
Then
wasn't
Liverpool
it?
got to the final.
Oh, that's good timing.
And then I had to then
Okay.
rearrange
the flight home.
Yeah.
But they've got like a different like food scene there, so I was quite excited to try.
Oh, you love an experimental food
I
scene?
love an experimental food scene. And beaver was I seen on like a Guardian travel tips thing. You go to this place and you could get beaver.
Yeah.
So I thought I must do this.
Yeah.
So I think it was like
it's like Norway's reindeer. Reindeer's big there, yeah.
Reindeer, I think that'd just be like steak.
It's not a million miles. It's like ostrich, isn't it? It's just pretty much the same.
I would try reindeer.
Oh, yeah.
I would probably try beaver.
Oh, would you though, Paul?
I don't know. Was the chicken nuggets on the menu? Because there
was no chicken wings for you there, Paul, in this place. So we went to, I had no idea when I went to Lokys. I'm going to go for Lokyys. It was a restaurant in Vilnius.
Oh, I mean, neither of us have been, so we don't
you
know.
could have said that. Like we were going to pull you up and be like, it's actually Loch Hayes.
I mean, you pull me up all the time, so I think I'm in that frame of mind. I'm immediately on the defensive.
Not on the pronunciation of Lithuanian restaurants we don't.
So you went specifically there on account of The Guardian.
Yeah. Google mapped it.
Yes.
Directions to Loch East.
Yes.
Yeah, it was seated. I open the menu.
Yeah.
And I see the beaver.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
you don't peruse any of the other wares at this point. You're in for the beaver.
No. I only have eyes for the beaver. The waitress comes over. I say, the beaver. Beaver now. And he ends up in a cell that night.
Did everybody else order beaver?
No, I was the only one who ordered beaver. But it was quite an interesting menu, though. There was a few of them exciting things there. So
For example?
There was a wild boar.
Oh,
yeah.
I've had wild boar and was a big fan.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I had a little taste of it. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was venison.
I mean, it's not hugely exotic, though,
I know,
venison.
I know I'm going down, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Beaver,
Yeah.
to England. There was also chicken.
They had pork on the menu.
But then, so I ordered the beaver.
Yeah.
Tremendously
How is it prepared, the beaver?
It was described as a beaver stew. So that concerned me.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of a stew.
Yeah.
Like stew's like soup, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's like, I feel, it's very like, I'm like Jean Valjean,
what?
with a...
Is that lame? Is that
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it feels there's a bit like World War II food about
Yeah,
the stew.
it is. It's a bit tragic.
A bit more of an
I feel like, I'm doing all right. I go a bit on market than a stew.
Yeah, so that did concern me that it was described as a stew, but I thought, I've made such a...
It's the peasant's food, isn't it? Yeah.
But I'd made such a thing about having beaver, I'm going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Lithuanians describe what they describe as a stew is not a stew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just like, it was like a bed of mash and like beaver. It was like shredded beaver.
Oh.
It was in like a sauce, and it was like served on top of it. It was great.
This doesn't sound like stew at all.
I know, it baffled me.
Yeah. Beaver on mashed potato.
Yeah.
It was basically beaver on mashed potato. Yeah.
Okay.
But
How was
great.
it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah,
how would you describe the taste?
Melt in the mouth.
I mean, I was more looking for a comparison to something we've tried before.
You know what? I'm going to say... I would compare it to, and you're not gonna like this.
Oh no!
But Paul, you'll be a fan of this. It's a bit like pulled pork.
Oh,
it's
like pulled pork.
I know, but I thought you'd turn your nose with pulled pork.
Well, I just feel it's a bit pedestrian. It's a bit
yeah.
route
See,
one.
I knew you'd have thoughts.
Yeah,
about
I like pulled pork. I like pulled pork, but I couldn't just eat pulled pork on its own. Like, it's got to be like on chips or.
What about
like,
on a bed of
on
mash?
a burger.
In a stew on a bed of mash.
If it was on a bed of chips, I'd be all for it.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of mash.
Not a fan of mash.
Mash. Everybody loves mash, Paul.
I don't.
The buttery, creamy texture.
Yeah,
yes, please.
Not for me.
Oh, okay. So you'd have it again.
I would have it again.
Yeah.
So that was the highs of Vilnius cuisine.
Oh no. Did it take a dip?
Well, to be honest, it was an upward curve, because my first experience of Lithuanian cuisine,
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant, and it was in like a bit of a tourist trap place.
Oh, you're better than that, Ryan.
But we spotted. I know, I felt embarrassed.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed for you. The listener is embarrassed.
I know,
frankly.
yeah, people are switching off.
Yeah.
But we went
Just so you know, Ryan, they switched off quite some time ago.
and on the repetition of exclusive area of Madrid, I think. But so we went to this tourist trap.
Yeah.
And we saw something get served to another table.
Okay.
And it looked amazing.
What concerns me, like the meerkat, you're like peering over.
over.
Yeah.
We have to have that. It was
Now,
cool.
did you try and identify it on the menu, or did you just point to the other table?
Or did you just go over to the other table and
No,
just
do you know
take
what,
it?
actually,
with a fork? Have a taste first.
handily, they had images of everything on the menu.
Oh, in Japan, all of my anecdotes are going to start this way in future. They have, in every single restaurant, plastic food outside. So they've got like
models,
like plastic mock-ups of every dish.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
It's great.
Yeah.
And You can see exactly what you're ordering.
Yeah, because I always think when you travel, there's always they make more of an effort to display to what the food actually looks like. So there was like images on the menu, and everywhere.
I appreciate that.
I like that, but they often pick terrible pictures though.
Well, sometimes they make it look nicer than it is, sort of thing.
Yeah,
like, it's very.
I mean, you're using McDonald's as the guide.
100% I am.
The Big Mac looks nothing like this.
That's all I really eating anyway. So
I know.
Or the chippy. The sweet and sour chicken does not look like that from Lorenz.
So it was easy. It was easy to identify what it was, and as a favourite on the show, we love the alliteration.
We do.
Yeah, it was called the potato platter.
Oh yes.
So the alliteration sells it, not so much the potato side of it, but we ordered it anyway without really thinking about what the contents of it would be.
Paul would have said, "Can I have the potato platter, but just the fries?"
And did it come with chicken wings?
Yeah, I don't want potatoes in any other form. No fries.
So there was a particularly interesting part of the menu.
Yeah.
Was something that looked like a Cumberland sausage.
Oh.
So it was like a curly sausage thing. So we were quite excited to try that.
Yeah.
So the potato platter comes served to the table.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Okay.
But we start eating it.
You didn't seem too thrilled by it there.
No, we were more thrilled on the first viewing of it when someone else was getting it.
Yeah.
And then it comes served to the table. We launch in. The potato pancakes are good.
Yeah.
Then we go to this like dumpling thing, and it's getting a bit too heavy on the potato. It's a hell of a lot of potato, which you should expect on a potato platter. But then we sit for the main event. We save the Cumberland sausage thing to last. We're sick of potato.
Yeah.
And then
you're like, this lovely sausage. This is going to break everything up here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we cut into it. We have a bite.
Yeah.
It turns out we were deceived by a crafty chef,
right,
who had cooked potato in intestine, and it was actually potato. I was like, how is this more potato? We should have gathered from the name of potato platter.
Yeah, the potato would take priority.
Yeah, we fell victim to this chef with this mad culinary experiment. It's like some reason,
Heston in the kitchen there.
I'm gonna make potato. Well, it's potato. But it's in the shape of a sausage.
Oh God, how bizarre!
Was there an appetite for that? Anyway, who calls for the potato disguised as a sausage?
Surely he only gets disappointed customers there.
Yeah, it was potato.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Having said that, do you think people come and go, I didn't order meat in this, I wanted all potatoes? So they were thrilled and they bit in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was my first experience of food in Vilnius.
Okay.
So I was thinking, oh no, everything's going to be potato here.
Yeah.
Turns out, then I had the beaver and it changed everything.
Oh. There are other things on the menu other than the potato platter. You must have had some random food though in Thailand.
You know what? I do like trying the local delicacies. Mm-hmm. Spicy crab is a big one in Singapore.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oh, it's great.
I don't like seafood.
Oh, God, Paul.
The lobster, when I went on a cruise with Steve, the lobster in Maine was fantastic.
Oh, it was.
You didn't do the select your lobster that you wanted to eat, did you? Like while it was swimming around.
Did we throw it at a tank? I can't remember.
I don't think we did. But I would be all on board with doing that.
Oh no!
You want to drop it in the pan yourself?
Yeah. I feel like you can't have too much ethics when it comes to food, because once you start, it's all then.
I'm not like
it's all morally
food,
wrong then, so then you have to become like a staunch vegan.
That's true. Isn't though the boiling of the lobster very humane because it's like an instant death?
I mean, can you call instant death humane? for the purpose of so you can eat it. You could just not have it. So that's like
that would be more humane. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's probably right. Actually,
I mean, we kill it in a nice way.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, so
before we offend any vegan listeners,
yeah. Apologies, everybody.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. It got terrible there.
Yeah.
I'd eat anything.
One of the things I saw on the menu was snake soup.
Oh
yes. I didn't.
Another alliteration.
I didn't try. Oh God, it is. Yeah, it's lovely alliteration.
You didn't try.
I was too nervous. Snakes are just like creepy, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's exciting though.
Wouldn't it be like scaly? Or
I don't know. In hindsight, I should have tried it.
Oh, you should have absolutely tried it.
I'm
disappointed.
Snake soup though.
Yes.
My mate Alan used to breed snakes.
What?
Yeah. And so, like, his front lounge it was really hot in there. His like energy bill was through the roof.
Was he making a profit on the snakes?
He was also growing weeds as well.
Yeah, the snakes were the front.
To be fair, the snakes are a good front.
That's a great front.
Yeah, you wouldn't investigate past the snakes.
No,
would you?
no.
Oh, that guy's mental.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually a criminal mastermind.
Imagine if the police like walked in. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's
to
a barrier, isn't it? Indiana Jones.
And yeah, so it was really hot, and it was full of drawers, and in each drawer you pull out was a snake inside. Yeah, I can't think I'd be got onto this actually.
Snake soup.
Oh, snake soup. Yeah. Yeah.
This man sounds dead dodgy. Like, did he invite you round to his house to play with his snake?
It's also like if you went into the wrong drawer by accident one time, you were going for like a knife and stuff. There's a snake.
Yeah, he doesn't keep his like socks in the same room. But yeah, breed snakes.
Oh.
Terrifying.
My sister's mate used to have a snake as a pet.
Really? I might have bought it from Alan.
I once seen a guy in town,
Yeah.
and he was walking around holding like a giant snake, and he approached.
Settle down, Ryan. Look at that anaconda.
Oh my god! You are packing. No, yeah. So we had the animal, the snake.
Yeah.
It was like an anaconda. It was huge. The animal, the snake, was an anaconda. It was huge, and he had it around his neck. And he approached me. I was on my dinner in work,
Right.
and he came over and he says, "Do you want to pet my snake?"
Oh, good. Did you phone the authorities?
Honestly, it was the most concerning.
How old were you at the time?
It was the most concerning moment of my life, I think.
Did you pet a snake?
No, absolutely not. I think I
He just threw a live chick towards it.
But I think what was his purpose for this? Was he just like providing a service to the public, or once you pet the snake, did you have to give him like a quiz or something like that?
Yeah, cool.
Oh.
I went to Kiev a couple of years ago, and
Yeah.
it was we found like this bar there. It was like a 24-hour one, and it was like 50 pence a pint. It was like ridiculously cheap. So we were like drinking all day. Obviously went home.
Nice to see you drinking all the quality ales.
Yeah, 50 pence ales.
Yeah.
And them for 50 pence. So we went home that night, come back out the next day, was going back to the same bar.
Yeah.
And as we were walking in, there was a man with like a monkey on his shoulder. So I was like, I took the opportunity to get a picture with the monkey.
I'm sure you did.
Was playing with it. It was like jumping around me. I was made up. Give the monkey back to the man, and he was like, "Excuse me," like chase me down the street. So I was like, "What?" He was like, £10.
Sure,
In
you
like-
must have known.
In like
known
their
that.
money. I didn't. I thought it was going to be
Driving
free.
you.
Like the picture literally cost like. What?
That's the Ukrainian currency, isn't it?
Oh. I thought you was
don't
just
know.
saying a random word.
Don't know why I felt the need to say it, to be honest.
Is Ryan all right?
Dad's got the most concerned look from you two there. Having a stroke in the corner saying Harabian over and over again.
Harabian an exclusive. Yeah, so the picture with the monkey cost like 100 times the price of like a pint of beer. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but
I thought it was
Although
free.
it's-
I just thought this man
had
was...
you been on a regime for a few weeks and like whipped a shirt off to get a photo?
I certainly didn't have a vest on.
Shall we go into the feature?
Yes.
Yes.
Paul.
Oh.
So Paul sent a message to our group a few days ago and said, "I have got a feature planned. Give us no other details." So Paul, tell us about it.
Okay, so I come up with this on a very bored day.
Now, did you come up with this? Because a few weeks ago you did Ping Pong Paul, and then your other half Hannah sent me a message saying, "I came up with this idea."
It was a
Please
joint
ignore the credit.
venture.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was a joint venture.
Okay, we're on your side here, Hannah.
For anyone who does like follow me on Instagram, you'll know my first name isn't producer.
Oh God, this is true. Actually,
So this is where we need to introduce it because
Yes.
We're revealing Paul's identity.
Yeah.
17 episodes, 18 episodes in.
It's like the end of the Bourne Ultimatum.
I feel like I'm revealing like a mask and I'm like a completely different person now.
So your name is not, in fact, producer Paul.
No.
It is
Paul G.
Paul G.
Although
everybody.
I do much prefer Producer Paul. I hate my surname, so it.
Oh,
Yeah, you
dear.
just get to legally change to Producer Paul.
Just Producer
Yeah?
Paul. I'd be happy to go with that. But back to the subject.
In that case, though, this feature wouldn't work today.
So I thought for a feature,
Yes.
because my only feature involves Hitler at the minute.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
true, yeah.
Or balls, because
What have they been? Hitler
Hitler's
has only got one Paul.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was good, that one.
So I come up with a feature.
That was my idea, and then I end that by saying, "Oh, that's funny."
So I thought for my feature we could have one called "On This Day in History."
Huge fan of the name.
That's great.
The
Great
G,
name.
The name.
Yeah. All for that.
On this day in history.
There we go.
Very good, that.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to give Ryan and Stephen 3 options of what could have happened on this day. One of them will have happened
On this
this
actual day.
Well,
On the day that the
podcast
yeah,
is
released,
which is the
17th of June 2019.
It will be. So on the 17th of June 2019, one of these 3 things will have happened.
On the 17th of June, throughout the years, one of these things would have happened. Yeah.
I do not know my own feature.
I was going to say, Paul, are you going to reveal that you're a prophet as well?
This was mocked up last night after about 7 pints, so... I am not well prepared.
I'm excited for your drunken game.
Oh, yeah.
So, here we go with On This Day in History. Round 1. I'm going to give you 3 different events that could have happened on this day,
Yeah.
and you've got to decide what one actually did happen.
Okay, so only one of these things happened on the 17th of June at some point in history.
There you
Yes, okay.
You went a bit Woody Allen there, isn't it?
Yeah, at the end, because I was debating, do I say History? Do I...
I thought you were going to end it with like a mock glasses twist at the end.
go. Round 1. Right, so on this day in history, was it the first woman to enter space?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Was it the first commercially operated roller coaster that opened?
Right.
Or was it that the unassembled 151-foot high gift from France Statue of Liberty arrived in New York?
Ooh, okay.
Well, I think because it's summer,
Yes.
this is my thinking that you would open a roller coaster in summer.
But there are other days in summer other than the 17th.
I know,
of June.
yeah, but I'm thinking, oh, this is a way to narrow it down.
Yeah,
This
but
is
it's also a
possibility.
great day to erect the Statue of Liberty, isn't it? A lovely summer's day.
Oh, John, that's a good point, actually. Do you know what? I think if I was erecting a
It'd be
statue...
a clear sky for the spaceship. Kind of works on the wall, really.
I don't know, I think if I was erecting a Statue of Liberty,
Yeah.
I'd pick spring. I'd do it in spring.
What are you basing that on?
I just the vibe. Just
Okay.
the vibe I'm getting.
But do the French hold your opinion on the seasons?
It's a good question. To be honest, I don't know the answer to that.
Go on.
And,
Is it?
You know what? It's a stab in the dark.
It's a stab in the dark, but I think, the woman in space thing that could have, that could be an autumn thing.
I'm gonna shut down your going through the seasons here.
I just think it makes sense to open a roller coaster on the 17th of June.
Okay.
It just sits right with me, that. I don't know what, someone's telling me.
Well, your passion here makes me think I should go along with you.
I'm very strongly for B.
Okay. We are going to say B. On the 17th of June in some year, the first roller coaster was opened.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
That did not happen on the 17th of June.
Oh.
What happened on the
Ryan.
the 17th of June, 1885?
Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty
You were absolutely right. Lovely
Liberty.
summer's day.
arrived
the
in New York.
spectators coming and seeing it,
Maybe
propped.
it's too warm in the height of summer to open a roller coaster. Maybe that's more of like a late spring thing to do.
Have you been to a theme park, Ryan?
The roller coaster was actually opened on the 16th of June.
Oh,
one
see,
day
I
off.
knew it.
One day off. it
One
was.
day off.
Do you want to know a little bit more about the Statue of Liberty? Do you want some factual knowledge?
Is it interesting?
You can be the judge.
Okay.
It's in New York.
So on the 17th of June,
I was just going to tell you it's much smaller than you'd anticipate, but I feel like everybody knows this.
Yeah. We've all been. This isn't an exclusive travel story. I'm really hammering that word today, aren't I?
exclusive.
Really are. Go on.
Right, so on the 17th of June, 1885, the unassembled 151-foot high gift from the French people arrived in New York.
Okay.
The French donated the Statue of Liberty, but the US was responsible for the building of its pedestal. In 1884, the governor of New York voted a bill to provide $50,000 for the project. An attempt the following year to have Congress provide the $100,000 necessary to complete the project failed. So originally they didn't have the money to build it.
Oh.
They had to keep going back. There's loads more to it, but
okay. We don't need any more.
that was just a little bit of knowledge.
That was really more than enough.
Statue of Liberty Wikipedia page.
Right. So, round 2.
Uh-huh.
So on this day, 17th of June, is that Paul McCartney's birthday?
Okay. I mean, we should really know this.
Yeah, we should, but I don't.
No.
No.
Which is
have
good
you
for the
been
game.
to like the museum, the Beatles museum?
I've never done any of the Beatles tours things.
No.
And I'm a big fan of them as well, but I've just never...
I think it's because it's like on your doorstep. You're like,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
bother, do you? Like,
Yeah.
I've never done like a Beatles taxi tour on like a Wednesday night. then go home.
I mean, you could book into the Jury's Inn.
Yeah.
Make an evening of it.
Go on the duck boat.
The Liverpool Eye.
Was the first comic strip of Jim Davis Garfield released?
Oh.
I thought you were going to say Jim Davidson.
I thought Jim Davidson as well.
Or was O.J. Simpson arrested for the murders of his ex-wife and his friend?
Oh, God. This is good.
So
a good trio.
Paul
So we've got-
McCartney's birthday.
Yeah.
Garfield
Garfield or
O.J.
O.J.
Simpson.
If I was to release a comic about a lazy cat, it has to be summer.
He loves lounging in that sun, doesn't he,
does,
Garfield?
So it makes sense. You'd be in that frame of mind where you would be lounging in the sun and
Yeah.
you'd be reading about Garfield, so you could relate to the character. B.
What were the other two? Paul McCartney's birthday.
and OJ.
OJ.
OJ's arrest.
Okay. If you were to commit a terrible murder, two terrible murders, would you do it in the summer?
In the height of summer. It's a good question.
Yeah. If you know you're going to get chased by the police at high speeds, you
Which
know
will be
what?
aired
Wind the
live on
windows
telly.
down and have a
That'd
lovely
be-
breeze.
Exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
What star sign would Paul McCartney be if he was born on the 17th of June?
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Either do I.
Oh, okay.
No, it'd be a Gemini, wouldn't he?
I feel
What's
like
that got to do with it?
Do you think Paul McCartney's a Gemini? I get big Gemini vibes of Paul McCartney.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say OJ.
I think OJ.
O.J. Simpson would be correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
17th of June, 1994.
Was that the day when he was doing
Yeah,
that? Was
I mean,
that the arrest day?
Yeah, because they both happened in the same night, didn't they?
I can't. I don't know if that was the day of his arrest. It probably was. Like
That was the well, it was just the day of his arrest.
yeah,
Yeah.
when it was because it was a big high speed car chase, wasn't it? And
But
the
did
news
they
covered.
immediately know it was OJ? I guess they would because of who it was.
I've never watched any sort of documentary on the O.J. Simpson thing, and it sounds dead interesting.
There was the Schwimmer and
thing
he was in
Cuba Gooding
Cuba
Jr.
Gooding
plays
Jr.
OJ,
Yeah.
But I can't watch David Schwimmer or anything because it's like it's just Ross, isn't it?
It's Ross.
Like,
Yeah.
what's Ross doing pretending to be a lawyer?
He's a paleontologist. Right.
It's being silly.
Right. Round 3.
Okay.
So on the 17th of June, did the first human kidney transplant take place?
If I was to have a kidney transplant, I wouldn't like to be in hospital during a
No.
humid summer.
No, and this would have been some time ago when AC wasn't what it is today.
Was the first televised heavyweight boxing championship fight shown?
Okay.
I think they probably would stage a boxing match in.
Oh, move on, Paul.
Or was Jaws released?
Jaws is definitely a summer blockbuster.
Again, there are more days in summer other than
I
the
know.
17th of
I'm
June.
saying no. Jaws 100% came out. In summer.
Yeah, but I feel like Fact, for instance, would be showing it on its anniversary.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, and with no signage about, I think Jaws is out.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that.
Yep. So we have.
It's also been 2 C's as being the correct answers as well. So based on that logic, I don't think C
Oh,
will be the correct answer
yes,
again.
well played.
Mhm.
Maybe I've double bluffed you though.
Oh, Paul isn't double bluffed us, please.
Yeah, maybe. So
Drunken
there's,
Paul was not thinking about this.
so there's kidney transplant. There is
Boxing match
boxing
match.
and Jaws.
Jaws.
And Jaws. Okay, I'm going to say kidney.
Oh, I was going to say boxing.
Ooh.
But to be honest, though, the reason for me discounting kidney is because of the sun being in
Because of my
hospital.
AC
Yeah, I think if you need a kidney transplant, you can't probably hold it off until the weather's a bit nicer. So we can discount my reasoning. Yeah.
What was Velcro invented for the heart transplant?
I don't know.
You just made that up.
Or you Velcro.
Maybe.
How would the Velcro correspond?
Assist.
Yeah, but where's the overlap?
I've got absolutely no idea.
In the Venn diagram of Velcro and heart transplants, I don't know where the middle area is.
No. And would you stick the soft side or the hard side of the heart? Okay, let's go for kidney.
Yeah,
You're going for kidney?
yeah, I am.
Kidney is correct.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
you're quite good on this day in history.
This is the best I've ever done at a
Yeah,
feature.
yeah, yeah. You performed quite well on this
The
one.
Yeah.
17th of June, 1950, the first human kidney transplant took place.
Wow.
So I thought that would have been later. I would have thought
as
that
would
would
I.
have been as so old as 1950.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go. Good game, that, Paul.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you very
game.
much.
Solid feature.
Yeah, very good. We should go for our Discover Steve. We don't have long left. So, Ryan, have you got a fact for us?
I have. I've got a good Discover Steve this week.
Okay.
Right? Are you aware of the Britney Spears classic "Toxic"?
Aren't we all?
Who isn't?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Steve's karaoke song.
Yeah, the outfit's a bit much like.
Yeah, I've stopped shaving my head after the transplant.
Well, it came out this week. Well,
Oh, is this an
On this day in
on
history.
this day?
yeah, this is a continuation of On This Day in History. That song was actually about.
And
Are
who
you
was it about?
I've
aware?
got absolutely no idea.
Are you aware? So it's quite a it's a pop song. It's about like someone who's quite in a toxic relationship.
Yes.
It is about the super vet Noel Fitzpatrick.
Unfortunately, I don't know who Noel Fitzpatrick is.
The super vet. Channel 4's The Super Vet.
Oh, you mean the current super vet?
Yes, there's the show. There's a show.
Well, yeah, but how does he have any relation to Britney Spears?
Exactly. How crazy is that?
I
But
assumed it was like an American version.
well, I would assume it's been about, I don't know, like, it was their boyfriend, like Kevin Federline. They had a bit of a toxic relationship.
Why have you got such a good knowledge of Britney Spears?
the weirdest
I'm
thing.
interested in Britney. No, there's one of the songwriters is I think she was called Claire Dennis.
Right.
She's a British songwriter.
Oh, did she have
She had a relationship with Noel Fitzpatrick. And despite, the super vet, you'd think he'd be
A gent.
Yeah, you think he'd be a lovely person to be in a relationship with.
Oh, yeah.
Toxic. The
Wow.
taste of his lips.
Oh, that's quite a review, that, though, isn't it?
I know, yeah.
No wonder he doesn't bang on about that. Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
fact, that.
Noel Fitzpatrick.
Wow. Paul.
Mine is that the inventor of the frisbee
Oh, okay.
was
Let me tell you,
This
I am
can't be
so
true.
into this fact already.
the inventor of the frisbee was turned into a frisbee after he died. What?
This can't be true.
His name is called Steady Ed Hendrick. Invented the frisbee in the 1950s, then went on to invent the sport of disc golf in 1970s. He lived for Frisbee, his wife said, of the inventor of the classic American toy. When he died in 2002, his final wish would have his ashes turned into, what else, but a Frisbee.
Oh,
wow.
Did he sell it?
No.
I don't know.
Like you could just be like in a park, unsuspecting Frisbee, and it's some man's ashes.
A dog runs away with it.
His son said it was his father's dream that they play with him after his death.
Oh.
Wow.
Even if he might accidentally end up on someone's roof.
Yeah. Oh, there's Dad up there. He always loved it on the roof. I don't know how ashes would turn into a Frisbee, though.
Well, I mean,
I
guess
think it like ruined the.
I assume it's not exclusively the ashes. It's going to be ashes mixed in
Mainly plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Frisbee just goes everywhere. This was a terrible idea.
I feel it's like when you see the vanilla bean in custard.
Oh, okay.
The speckles. Yeah.
So it's still predominantly plastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was a very me way of describing how the ashes will be. Vanilla bean and the custard. Okay, my fact: the turtle.
Okay.
Do you have?
I have a turtle.
Oh, I always forget
I
you have a
forget
turtle.
you've got a
Yeah, I
turtle.
always forget you have a turtle.
We found out the other day that he lived for like 80 years as well. So
How old is yours?
about 10, no, about 15, we think.
Oh God!
it's got
And with
A's.
your diet, I feel it's going to outlive you.
It definitely is. I want to be fed to my turtle when I die.
Oh God! Well, the turtle. If the turtle eggs, incubate below 81.86 degrees Fahrenheit, the turtle will become a male.
Oh.
If the eggs incubate above 81.8 Fahrenheit, it will be a female.
I think I knew that. I didn't know the temperature, but I knew that
Depending on
their
how
sex
hot
depended
they are.
on the heat of the
Isn't that
eggs.
weird?
I think
That's
snakes
mad.
might be the same. I think snake.
Shall we
eggs are the
phone
same.
Alan? See?
Yeah, I'm sure the sex is controlled through temperature.
That's crazy. And then if it's between the two, between 81 and 87, it's a mix of male and female.
Oh, that's really interesting.
So how about that?
Yeah.
Yep, it was excellent. That.
Yeah. Thank you.
Not as informative. I know that was quite science-based, but I feel like the thing to take away is toxic is about Noel Fitzpatrick.
I feel like if we knew Noel Fitzpatrick,
Yeah.
or if we knew why,
Yeah, well,
What had he been up to?
yeah.
Yeah.
true. We'll investigate further.
Yeah. Take in your turtle, Paul, and we'll pry. Anyway, fellas, it's a treat to be back.
Yes,
Yes.
a pleasure to record again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the pillow.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Listen,
Okay.
people have been waiting for this the whole episode. They sat through an hour of utter shite to find out if
Ran
the
a competition. Didn't it? Just then completely forgot about it.
Yes, you may remember on our last episode, we were giving away a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
We had many more entries than I anticipated.
I'm surprised there was more than one.
I'm going to say we had 4.
Oh, 4's a bit high, Paul.
Us 3 and one other.
And Hannah. No, we did. We had many entries. I randomly chose one. There was no real scientific way. I just randomly chose one. And it was someone called Matthew Morrison.
Oh.
Not, I assume, the famous Glee actor. But you never know, though.
But never know.
Never know.
I think
Could be.
we should not. You shouldn't email Michael Morrison to tell him. He should have to email you.
Oh, did I say... Is it... His name might be Matthew Morrison.
Is it Matthew or Michael?
What have I just said?
You said Matthew.
Oh, I said
And did I
Matthew.
say
You said
Michael?
Matthew.
You said Michael. It's definitely Matthew Morrison. yeah.
So I don't think we should email Matthew Morrison and tell him. I think he should have to email you, because then we know that he's listened to this episode.
Oh.
And if he hasn't listened to this episode, then he doesn't win.
Oh, we could have like a rollover.
We could have a rollover.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
lotto. Yeah. Pillow lotto.
I like the idea of us testing the listeners for their commitment. How loyal are you to the show?
Well, prove it, Matthew Morrison.
Go on then, what did I say in episode 3?
Josh would remember that. Josh would
Off
remember.
the cuff. Yeah.
Josh is back for the next episode, isn't he?
Josh is, yeah.
I'm taking another break.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing for our next recording?
I don't know. I've got something planned.
Yeah. All right, well, we should end.
Congratulations to Matthew
Congratulations.
Or Michael.
I probably will just email him, actually. You know, he's entered so far.
I do like that in keeping with the Dodge and Death theme. His name is an alliteration.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's quite satisfying.
Yeah. So if you want to win our next competition, change your name. All right, well, thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will see you in the next episode.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.